Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Dream going up against the Indiana Fever. This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops.
And we're about a quarter into the regular season, and I know you both have some clear championship favorites, but you're usually wrong, so I probably shouldn't listen to them.
Well, I have a couple of teams in mind, that's for sure. But it's always dangerous to make predictions this early into the season.
It's not like you. Usually you're making predictions about everything. There's still a lot of time, Brian and Blake. Things can change. There could be a blockbuster trade or a major injury that shifts the balance of power. So sorry, I'm not naming teams yet.
Go. So the Fever win the tip. Now here's Wheeler. D right on her. Outside Lloyd. Back to Wheeler. Howard. Offensive rebound. To the inside. Tries yet again.
And there's the nice layup by Wheeler.
And the touch Wheeler has inside is remarkable. For a smaller player, she looks confident attacking from them.
Now here is Thornton. And here's Fegbenle.
A quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Now here's Wheeler. Pass to Howard. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Back to Wheeler. The three. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Defensively, you have to box out Boston. She is too good on the glass.
Thornton outside. Pass to Heidemann. To the middle. Here's Sabali. And she takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Boston sets a screen. And here's Howard. Five to shoot. Back to Lloyd. Unloads. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Dream.
The ball goes to Atlanta.
And first quarter of action, 2 minutes in.
Well, it's a bit odd seeing Jewel Lloyd out there not in a Storm uniform, you know?
Yeah, from going first overall in 2015 to the 6 All-Star appearances, 2 titles. Lloyd spent her first 10 seasons with the Storm, and no doubt she's still got plenty of fans in Seattle.
Well, Kayla Thornton loves these freebies, and she's able to contribute a lot for her team.
2 shots.
That free throw missing.
We know basketball is big in Indiana, and man, do they love the Fever here.
I mean, this place is normally sold out these days, massive crowds with tons of energy. This might be the best home court advantage in the W.
She hits the second from the line. And it's the Fever ball. Pass to Cannon. Wheeler. Here's Lloyd. Bag Benley with the rebound.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses when she gets that much room.
Sabali the screen. And it falls all over the rim and in.
That was good defense, but Savali is a great scorer, especially around the hoop.
Pass to Boston. Howard, covered by Thornton. Howard can't get it to go.
Yeah, she tried to fight her way through traffic and just couldn't do it.
Thornton outside. Back Benley. Now Heidemann. Aaliyah Boston grabs the miss. Indiana trailing. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The jump hook. And it's good on the layup.
Oh, man. Boston is a tough customer inside. Nice shot.
Pass to Heidemann. Thornton. And the three off target. Left side, Lloyd. And here's Ryan Howard from the arc. Sinks the triple.
Wow, Howard with the quick release.
Now Heidemann. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Now here's Wheeler. Lloyd up top. Outside Howard. Shot clock at 5. Back to Lloyd. The three is up. Right side Wheeler. Howard. Pass to Lloyd. Jacks up a 3. Green with the rebound.
Well, offensively speaking, it has been a tough quarter for her.
Now Beg Benley. Good.
Nice pass. She got that ball right into her teammate's shooting pocket, and it yielded great results.
Now Cannon. Pass to Wheeler. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Atlanta leading. Thornton outside. And Aaliyah Boston with the block.
Well, Boston has great length that we don't see too often in the W. She definitely knows how to put it to work.
Puts it up from 7. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
The lead changes hands once more. There have been no separation between these teams tonight.
Yeah, and it's made for one heck of an entertaining game, even when it hasn't been the best basketball.
Yeah, at least it's been close.
The Dream again can't hit. So it's Indiana now. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Second violation. Dream ball. Indiana Fever. Number 1. Dana Evans.
And here are the Dream. They trail by 1. Thornton outside. Sabali. She's guarded by Boston. Oh, and it's blocked by Aaliyah Boston. To the paint. Rupert uses the glass to finish the layup.
What an alert play. It's just a great job of hitting her teammate on the move.
Here's Heidemann. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Count the basket.
The defender a little hesitant to get in her way as she burst to the hoop. I'm not sure what was going on there.
Outside Evans. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. Satu Sabali comes up with the board. The Dream trail. Rivers. Score the basket. Her second of 2 attempts. Indiana with the ball. Pass to Evans. Boston, guarded by Sabali. Goes up on the baseline. And it's Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Heidemann. Here's Sabali. She's guarded by Boston. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots. Next. It's on Aaliyah Boston.
Using that size in the paint, Satu Sabali.
2 shots.
And the first one falls for her.
How about the toughness of Satu Sabali, both mentally and physically? She's a competitor who really pushes herself to get her team exactly what they need.
He's perfect from the line this time. Powers with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Rupert. That's her second shot and her second basket. My math says that's 2 for 2.
That's exactly what they're going for in that possession.
Gordon outside. Sabali the screen. Down low. Tipped.
2 minutes remaining.
Now the Fever moving it up. From the wings. A nice shot by Powers.
By making that mid-range jumper, Ariel Powers opens up the rest of the floor for herself and her team.
And here's Sutton. 3, Kayla Thornton. Offensive rebound. Sabali. Misses in close.
If she can get to the rim, she'll usually turn it into points, but the defense stood tall there.
And it's Dana Evans with the triple.
Well, straight up, the defense, they cannot let Evans get breathing room. This is going to happen from deep.
And the Dream call time here. Now Sutton. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Looking to end the run. Can't get the layup. The Fever leading. She's guarded by Billings. Outside Powers. And here's Ryan Howard from the arc. Connects from three-point range.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range. They're starting to heat up.
The defense is stepped slow. They've got to take away that airspace.
Here's Sutton. Billings inside. Walker Kimbrough. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Powers. Beyond the arc. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Off to a strong start on the glass. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, you like their effort level here in the early going. And if you don't, oh well, because I like it. You know, they're just making things happen.
Howard inside, covered by Walker Kimbrough. And she can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Burrell. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
That pass into the paint was dead on target.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Fever on top, up 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And now the second quarter just getting set to begin. And what stands out to you from the Fever in this one?
I think so far the difference is the bench play of these teams.
Their subs have really packed a punch for them.
Watch her.
The rebound by Rupert.
Well, controlling the boards, they're +5 in that category.
Yeah, and look, rebounding, it's not a glamour stat, but you look at the scoreboard and you see the result.
She's guarded by Billings.
This one for three. Bauer's shot is off.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. She makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Count that bucket.
Williams.
The main role of Monique Billings on this team is to rebound.
When you look at the advanced numbers for basketball nerds like me, rebounding percentage specifically, Monique Billings is one of the best in league history.
Outside Powers. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Fever as Indiana retains possession.
Into the game. Number 7, Kristen Williams.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The T got lucky.
Howard misses.
Well, they call them layups for a reason. It's not easy to miss that close to the rim.
Billings on the wing.
Sutton takes the three.
Good, and the assist goes to Billings.
And while Sutton doesn't shoot it great from 3, she does make enough of them to make the defense respect it.
Pass to Powers. For 3. It's rebounded by Atlanta. Right side, Williams. No good. That would have tied it. So it's Indiana now. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Back to Powers. Launches it. The shot will not fall. The dream trail. Here's Sutton. Pass to Williams. Fires for 3. He can't hit that time. Here's the pick. 5 on the clock. Gets it to go from downtown.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Pass to Burrell. The 3 ball. Drains the 3-pointer.
They are absolutely stroking it from outside.
And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Timeout called the Fever. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lets it go from the wing. Green with the rebound. And here's Heidemann. Pass to Sabali. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Howard.
Boston sets a screen.
Again, the miss by the Fever.
Well, after hitting those 2-3 balls in the first quarter, it looks like she's cooled down a bit here in the second.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Outside Howard. Pass to Powers.
Boston, guarded by Sabali.
Rivers. First personal foul. First team foul.
Howard up top. 6 points for her. Pass to Powers. Clock at 4.
She's going to play her way right onto the bench if she continues to shoot the ball like she has this quarter.
Outside Sabali. And there's the call on Saju Sabali. That is her first foul of the game.
Great play to sacrifice her body, take the charge, giving up her body for the team.
And really a heads-up play as well. Reads the play nicely and gets in the perfect position.
Here's the Fever with the ball. Outside Powers.
Pass to Rupert.
Howard.
And here's Rupert.
The 3. Again, the miss by the Fever. Inside, back Benley. Her shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
Now here's Howard. Out to the wing, looking to end the drought. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, Howard just sees the floor so well, and the good thing is that over time, her court vision is only going to get better.
Now Heidemann. Pass to Sabali. Three-pointer. Howard with the rebound. The Fever leading.
Now Rupert. Now here's Boston.
Right block shot. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Well, the moment Boston gets that rock around the rim, it is really tough to stop her.
Here's Heidemann. Rivers, guarded by Howard. Here's Sabali.
It's hauled in by Boston.
Not her best performance scoring the ball thus far.
To the middle.
Boston sets a screen.
Pass to Howard. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Atlanta.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around. Those defenders look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're just getting pushed around on the low block. Maybe coach has got to make a substitution or something to energize his team.
Well, they better rally soon. They've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint. She has slipped into a real funk here.
Definitely. The basket is not looking very big to her at this point.
Back Henley from outside.
Here's Sabali. And that's basket number 4. She's taken 9 shots to this point.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity, and they're getting excellent results.
You know, that's a winning formula, pounding the ball down low, being aggressive. You know, they're being very assertive offensively.
Lays it in off the breakaway. So it's Indiana now. It's a 3-point game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Howard. Lets the 3 fly, but she gets it back. Goes back up. No good off the back of the rim.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebounding stats for both teams, they're almost identical.
Yeah, they've battled to a standstill on the boards, but the game isn't over yet. We'll see who keeps up the energy.
Now here's Powers. Taken away. And here we go, the Dream on the fast break. For three.
It's hauled in by Aaliyah Boston.
Left side, Powers. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Sabali. Atlanta in the lead. Rivers. Oh, yes, she did. 5 up, 5 down for her so far.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. Easy bucket in the paint.
The interior defense at that end has been lifeless, to say the least.
Now here's Powers.
Pass to Boston.
Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Now here's Sabali. And here's Burrell. He has 5. Back to Sabali. There's the triple. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
They've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s now.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build on this lead.
Outside Howard. Looking to get it going. And it's Atlanta with the rebound.
Boy, I mean, they can do nothing right. They cannot take the lid off.
They need a bucket in the worst way possible. They have got to stop this run somehow, or it's really going to get out of hand.
And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Dream. They lead by 8. Hold tight. We've got more basketball action headed your way. And the second half about to start in just a few moments. You know, Sabali has been really just making it happen out there.
Quite simply, she's been terrific. This is just what they need from her.
And a double-double in just one half of basketball? You can't ask for anything more as a coach, teammate, or fan.
Now Heidemann. Rivers. Goes back up.
It's hauled in by Cannon.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
Outside Wheeler. Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call.
Foolish play. I mean, she's got to be thinking out there.
Which she clearly isn't at this moment, or maybe she was thinking, just not about basketball.
Thornton outside. Pass to Sabali. Now Heidemann. Guarded by Wheeler. The Dream again can't hit.
It's been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots.
Here's Lloyd.
Boston sets a screen.
To the paint. The Shot's good on the assist by Jewel Lloyd.
Yeah, what a clever play by Jewel Lloyd, breaking up the defense and creating for another shooter.
Oh, a great player in this league for a long time. Jewel Lloyd took home the 2023 scoring title.
Yeah, scoring almost 25 points per game. If you remember when Stewie left Seattle, Lloyd picked up the scoring load, proving she is more than capable of being a #1 option.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
A donut, a 0 so far to start the second half. 4 straight misses.
Pass to Wheeler. Outside Lloyd. There's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
I love when Lloyd takes these quick shots because she doesn't give the defense any time to react.
On the wing, Kayla Thornton. Back Benley. She's guarded by Boston. Pass to Heidemann. Rivers. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in.
They got 1. Now 1 of 5 here in the third quarter.
Now here's Wheeler. She's tightly guarded. Boston sets a screen. Three-pointer. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Thornton outside. Right wing, Rivers. The three-pointer off the mark. Indiana trailing. Pass to Wheeler. Down low.
It's stolen by Benley.
And here's Thornton. She's guarded by Boston. Here's Sabali. Fouled hard that time. And she'll get 2 shots at the line. It's on Aaliyah Boston.
Offensively, Sabali is such a smart player, knows how to bait defenders into contact and get to the line.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. She hits both from the stripe. Lloyd with it. Boston sets a screen. Outside Lloyd. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Ryan Howard from the arc. It's rebounded by Sabali. Atlanta in the lead. That's good again. And her 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
She's made the most of her chances, hasn't she? She needs to keep on working to get these good looks.
Outside Lloyd, 14 feet out, and off the glass. That one's good.
You don't see too many players anymore score from this area, but Lloyd has an old school feel to her game.
Here's Heidemann, guarded by Wheeler. From the arc. Off the mark for the 4th time this game. He is now 7 for 11.
One made 3 for her in this game. Does she focus closer in? We'll see.
Out to Lloyd. The tray drills the three-pointer.
Well, with an accurate and smooth three-point shot, you have to take Lloyd very seriously beyond the arc.
Thornton outside. Sabali to screen. And Aaliyah Boston with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Dream able to retain possession here. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
An emphatic rejection. You got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Six on the shot clock. And here's Kayla Thornton from the arc.
They got off to a good start in the first half, but they're coming down here a bit in the second.
Boston outside. Lloyd. Out to Howard. From outside the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Drew Lloyd.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed coming from beyond the arc.
Pass to Fagbenle. And just miss after miss right now. Outside Howard. And stolen by Thornton.
We've got Hoosier hysteria here in Indianapolis. These Fever fans know how to create a home court advantage.
The energy already high in here. When you have a rivalry matchup like this, everybody is getting amped up.
And for Atlanta, this is the first of 4 games they'll play this season against Indiana.
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over. The Dream making a switch here. To the right side for the tie.
Rupert, no good.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
Drops in the tray.
I saw a little confusion amongst the D as to who was supposed to be guarding her.
Pass to Powers. Howard. Good. And the assist goes to Ariel Powers.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
3, Kayla Thornton. Rebounded by the Fever.
She still has not been able to convert a single shot from the field. Not one. It's really been a struggle for her.
Boston sets a screen. To the inside. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
First personal foul.
Well, it's hard to stay healthy, and Aaliyah Boston's done a great job of being available.
Well, she didn't miss a game during her first 2 years in the league, which is pretty incredible, playing more than 30 minutes per contest. But Boston doesn't just show up. She plays hard.
The first free throw is good.
And a 2023 Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston is a treat to watch.
Oh, yeah, she's a lot of fun. Personally, I love her passing, ability to run offense through the post. Boston is such an unselfish player, team first. Traits that we don't normally associate with first overall picks like her.
And so she hits both.
Well, you just have to be excited about Aaliyah Boston, a young woman with tons of skills. She dominated in college, and she's going to dominate in the WNBA.
Pass to Fagbenle. And here's Thornton. Drills it from outside.
Well, you have to run Thornton off her shot. You simply cannot let her get comfortable in the catch and fire.
To the paint. Here's Boston. That's another one for her. Her 5th in just 7 shots.
After a horrible half of shooting, they've rebounded here in the second.
Pass to Thornton. Here's Heidemann. Billings. She's guarded by Boston. Thornton outside. And a miss there on the triple. Indiana trailing. Now here's Howard for the lead.
Good, and it's Aaliyah Boston who picks up the assist.
And you can see her confidence rising bucket after bucket from long range.
Atlanta with the ball. Here's Heidemann. Thornton outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Right side Billings.
And out of bounds, the Fever will take it.
That is such a careless pass. You got to keep your head in the game.
And the Dream making a change here. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
A quick shot there, and it's off target. And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 1. Yes, it's good.
Well, there's the toughness of Sutton.
Monique Billings.
Outside Powers.
Rupert.
Outside Evans.
Pass to Rupert.
Just 5 to shoot.
Evans with it. And Billings picks her up defensively.
Evans misses. Here we go, 1-on-1. The shot by Billings, no good.
Nearly got a finger to that shot on the block attempt.
It was just as effective as a block. Made her completely change her release point and caused the miss. This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the three-pointers they're allowing.
I don't know. I mean, there might be more defense in warm-ups. They need to close down on these threes.
Down low. Here's Billings. The Fever pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And we'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Gotta time up the clock to do that.
To the middle.
It's stolen by Billings.
Inside. Here's Thornton. And the layup's good off the glass.
She might be undersized to 6'1" forward, but Thornton makes up for it with touch. Finds ways to score down low.
Back to Evans. Takes the 3. The rebound by Thornton.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough.
Over Evans. Oh, no good. Trying to beat the buzzer. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Indiana with the ball. Outside Howard. Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, there's the block.
Oh, no. See, those are the kind of errors that can make or break you in a game like this, and it'll drive your coach crazy.
Atlanta with the ball. Pass to Burrell. Billings. Let's go with a 3. He can't get it to go. Aerial Powers on the wing. Off the mark there with the 3.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough.
Guarded by Howard. Now Sabali.
Rebound by Rupert.
Atlanta foul. Satu Saburi. Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Indiana, Ryan Howard. Shooting 1.
You know, Ryan Howard has got a good sense for finding her shots, and she is always ready to attack. which means the defense essentially has to watch her at all times.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Good on the bucket.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
The Dream Trail. And here's Walker Kimbrough. Pass to Billings. Sabali. Back to Billings. Another shot. And the layup is up and in.
That's a great play in the glass, and for her, it's what really we expect from her. All her second chance points do not come by accident.
Outside Powers. Howard. It's tipped. And here we go, the Dream on the fast break. Here's Burrell. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Shatori Walker-Kimbrough.
Now here's Howard. She's covered closely. Lets it fly. It's rebounded by Atlanta. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Sutton. Pass to Burrell. Now Sutton. Now Sabali. And she gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
All the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
They found holes in the D, and they're really exploiting them.
Up top, Powers. Left side, Howard. Launches a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Ariel Powers.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. She's taking advantage of a tired defense.
Now Sutton. Pass to Walker Kimbrough. Sabali. Down low. Sutton. The shot off that time. And here's Howard. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now for this fourth quarter. Outside Powers. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. From deep. Doesn't go for her.
Surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide open opportunities.
Pass to Burrell. Walker Kimbrough knocks down the 3 ball.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Outside Powers. Now here's Howard, covered by Walker Kimbrough. Howard misses. Atlanta in the lead. Pass to Walker Kimbrough. Back to Sabali. Here's Burrell. From 12 feet out, up again. Here's Billings. They get it again. Back to Sabali. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And now we see them really working it inside.
Yeah, getting quality looks around the rim. That's fueling this run.
To the inside. Here's Rupert. Satu Sabali comes up with the board. And so here's Atlanta. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Billings. Walker Kimbrough. They get the rebound. Pass to Sutton. Shoots the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
You know, you look at the stats, the assist totals, they just jump out at you. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been key.
It's just a different mindset these teams have had.
Now here's Howard. Indiana again missing.
She's missing shot after shot after shot from three-point land. This is not a fourth quarter she's going to want to remember.
Here's Billings. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Defensively, they've got to start bodying them up. You know, get a little bit more physical and help your chances at winning this game.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint, and the worst part, it's at both ends of the floor.
Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Outside, Sabali. Walker Kimbrough. Pass to Burrell. Here's Billings. Rebounded by the Fever.
A key rebound there. Can they do a little better on the glass here down the stretch?
It's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
And a new group getting ready for the Dream.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Heidemann. Thornton outside. Out to the right wing. Rivers, covered by Lloyd. Makes it off the glass.
They're going on a nice little run here.
And getting to the rack has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Timeout called the Fever. The Fever really having a tough go here. To halt the run. It's deflected. Here's Heidemann. Pass to Thornton. From past the arc. Here's Sabali. It's good, and that's 8 baskets for her, 8 for 15 shooting.
Well, Sabali has a real nose for the boards. She gets the rebound and sends it right back up and in.
Lloyd with it to the middle. Here's Boston. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jewel Lloyd.
Well, she, for one, hasn't let them down, but a few of her teammates need to pick up the pace and pick it up fast.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Left side, Sabali. Back to Thornton. Puts up a 3. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Heidemann. Shoots over Wheeler. Heidemann, no good. And here's Indiana. Lloyd, covered by Thornton. Now here is Lloyd. Here's Boston. Count that as her 7th field goal in 10 tries. She's shooting a nifty 70%. Here's Heidemann, guarded by Wheeler. Pass to Thornton. And here's Sabali. Rivers. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, maybe she thinks she can shoot her way out of this cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Someone tell her it's time to give up the 3.
Out to Lloyd. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe she was set. Now, I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think maybe they got that one wrong.
Sabali down low. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Now here is Lloyd. She's guarded closely. Lets it go from deep. Offensive board. Nice shot by Boston. Atlanta calls timeout.
Timeout call for the Dream.
And so here's Atlanta. They're leading by 8. Pass to Thornton. Sabali. It's hauled in by Cannon. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Dream.
The ball goes to Atlanta.
So it's Atlanta picking up the win. A solid win on the road for them, and this building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
That's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them a chance to lift their team up at the finish.
So that's going to do it for this one, folks.